Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. I'm glad you're here. Gonna get more work done on our botanical field style journal. Pulled a couple of things. I'm not sure where I'm going yet today, but I did have a little bit of an idea. I grabbed out our colorway because I wanted to make sure that I was matching from what I was pulling from. And I found this and some stuff as I was going through things, and I think it's going to look really nice on the cover somehow. So I just pulled that aside for now, but we're not going to do anything with it today. So I was thinking I'm going to stitch the signatures in, and for some reason my brain just did not want to do math, so we're not going to do that today. Instead, we're going to add some more bits and pieces to some of the border. So I have some ideas here for some things that I found that are in our colorway. These are a little bit on the pinky side, but I'm okay with that. I think they'll still look really nice in here, and a little bit of splash of another color every once in a while is kind of nice. But some of these are some stuff left over from my aunt's scrapbooking supplies that my cousin gave me, and stuff like that. This is a piece of packaging actually, but the colors I thought were absolutely perfect. So we might make a belly band or something out of that. That was really fun and pretty. I have some ideas there. But first, I have these plain things. So I'm just going to set this aside for now, and these friends aside for right now. I pulled out some of my distress sprays. So these are a plain paper border that you have to glue on. So I thought I would just find a couple that'll look nice for the theme of our journal, and go ahead and spray a few of them. Okay, this one is kind of fun. We might be able to, I'm thinking about having some for extra embellishments to add on to some stuff. This little eyelet one is nice. Maybe the little piece of rickrack. And then let's see what the other side has to offer. I'm just going to set these off to the side for now. See what this side has to offer. Probably some of the same, but I don't know what I've used and what I haven't. It was an open package. This one we definitely want. I want this one here. Let's do another little piece of the rickrack, because then we'll have two of those. And then we've got another one of these. So those friends, I think, and we'll call that good. We'll call that good, because I think that'll be enough. You know what? Let's do the other one of those too, just to make sure we have enough to do whatever we want in the book, because we are thinking about some other supplies for down the road too. So we're gonna do some spraying. So I have my box ready to go. Oh, I should just lay a piece of paper down in here quick. Let me grab that, because if you're gonna spray, you might as well make some marks on some other stuff too, right? Okay, so these are some interesting little pieces of just packaging. That's all they are. And we're gonna kind of do a few things here. So I'm just gonna lay these out, and then we're gonna hit them with some spritzes of our spray, and then let them dry. And then while they're drying, we can go ahead and work on some other stuff in the book. I don't know exactly what yet. Like I said, I was gonna stitch the signatures, and it just, my brain just said, nope, not doing that today. So those are laid out, and so I don't have the exact colors for my colorway, but they're gonna be pretty good. So I have some shabby shutters, and I did give these guys a good shake already. So some shabby shutters, which is a green. And then I have, this is wild honey. And then a little darker green. This is, what is this? Pine needles. So hopefully it's not going to be too much on the teal side. but I think it'll be okay. And then I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of water here and there. See if we can get some activation in our color. And then let's blot this a little, and then we're gonna set it aside to dry. I'm just pulling out a big book page to see if I can just blot this a little bit. This is just a matte page, and I'm just gonna give it a little bit of a blot, start adding some other texture, some other color and things to some of these pages for use in collage or working on stuff later. There. Not too much picked up on the paper, actually. Some of the yellow did. All right, so now we're gonna set this aside to dry and keep on keeping on. So I have been very busy the last couple of days. So has a number of people that have been coming to the house. I want to grab one of my big punches here, just a second. I'm still working on flow of things. That one might be nice. Do I want that one or do I want this one? I think this one, maybe it's a little straighter. Let's go with that one. Or do I like this? This is nice, that's nice. I think the one that's a little bit less ornate, we're gonna go with that one. So I'm still trying to figure out the workflow for my workspace because we got a lot done in here the last couple of days. My pegboard is up on the wall. I got a new countertop for my counters, which is where I'm working right now. So I'm at my new work desk. Hooray! So that's fun. Is this gonna work for me? Yes. Okay, so I just want to take the edge and I am going to, you're supposed to start down this way. So I don't know if you've used these punches before, but I'm gonna try and see how this goes. And then you just slide it. You're supposed to be able to slide it. Maybe it didn't cut all the way. I'm not sure. So I got these secondhand. So of course they don't always, when you get secondhand stuff, there might be a reason. Sometimes art supplies don't, why they're donated, which is a shame because you always have high hopes that they're going to be fantastic. Maybe I should not have. Okay, so it's not cutting the best in the center. Let's try one more time and see if we can't get it to function. Maybe I didn't quite press down hard enough. I don't know. And then you're supposed to be able to line them up inside and have a continuous pattern. Yep. Okay. So let's see what we can do. Because it's not wanting to cut in the center bit. So maybe let's try it one more time. Let's just try it. Just try it. Like I said, you just never know with these things sometimes. We'll try one more time. Maybe there's sometimes it's user error. Oh, let's line it up here. Okay, ready? Is it lined up? I'm gonna see if I can't. Maybe it just needs to really press in. There, I got it. Okay. All right, so yeah, we just need to really give it a good squeeze. So let's see if we can get that bit down here. Right about in there. One more spot. Okay. we got it. Okay, so that edge is good. I'm not gonna worry about the little foot down there, but let's keep going here. So like I said, this is leftover packaging. So this was the backing that was in for some other little strips that I had. So I'm just gonna keep going. So I might, as I'm doing this, I will probably just fast forward. Okay. Using those abs today. Okay. I got a little weird on that side, but that's fine. Okay, so this is ready to go into a page. So let's go ahead and find a spot that we want to work in today. And what we might do is just work on one page and just go with it. So we have this beautiful yellow that's going to stick out. We have some yellow here already. So let's do, not you. Not you. Maybe, I mean, that's pretty. Oh, we could do it on the back side of a page though too. Let's see. You know what? Let's pick this page right here. Let's do that one. I'm gonna skip around. I'm gonna just go where I fill you in on life a little, talk about some things, since we have this big open pages to work on. That'll be nice, actually, to go from that to that. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do this page. I don't want to mess this up, my order. You go there, you go there. All right, this is gonna go here and like this. Get my little schnibbles out of the way here before they're all over the place. Okay, I want to put this on this side of the page here, like so. But this is a lot of white. Let's do something with this too. So this is going to go here. I want something here. I also want to leave space for writing. We could turn this into a tuck as well, but I don't think we will. Let's just leave it as a page, the edge of the page, as an embellishment and more of a place. And we could kind of maybe put a focal point or something here. The next thing I wanted to show you guys. Okay, so I was going through my stuff since I'm unpacking and getting everything sorted. I had this book that I found. Look at these initials right here. N-U, that's me. This was my coloring book from when I was young, which is interesting because I know I don't remember coloring these. I also don't remember some of those sorts of things. So I know I got this on vacation when I was with my parents when I was young, one of the trips that we took to the Dakotas. So I just thought these were really great. I don't know what all is happening in here that I was doing. This is, and you know what? This could be that it was in boxes of stuff and stored for a really long time. I'm not sure. It smells a little musty even, so I'm not really sure where it was kept, where it was stored. But then there's other notes in here too, which is interesting, but maybe I got it used when I was young. That is another option. I don't know, but there's a bunch of pages that haven't been done yet in here. So I'm on the fence. Do I want to put one of my colored pages in here? It's a passion flower, pretty. Or do I want to go ahead and just take one of my colored images? And they're all so gorgeous, and we'll probably utilize some more things for this. And then this is another fun thing. So I cut out this little card for some reason. I know that. I remember cutting it out. I don't remember what I cut it out for. Might have been for a 4-H project or something. But these cards are all, we're going to use these in the book as tuck-ins too. So there's a whole bunch, and it does the color plate. This is an old book. I think it's Dover. Yeah, Dover. They did so much. They do so much wonderful stuff. And so these I'm going to turn into journaling cards because they have this on the cover. So we'll probably turn these into some journaling cards, maybe some specimen cards. I don't know. We're gonna see what we do with those. But let's pick something to go on this page. Thinking kind of like a little focal point. All of these flowers are really big, but I just think it's a really fun and special thing. I'm trying to look at the colors and see what we got. This one could be good with the yellow. This one I think might be the one that I'm gonna do, this Black-Eyed Susan. But what's on the other side? Let's look, because okay, I'm gonna do the Black-Eyed Susan. That's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna tear it out, and we're gonna use that on this page as well. And then I don't know what else we're doing yet. I should have grabbed my scrap bin to pull out. It's up there. I'll grab it. So I'm gonna give this a quick trim, and then we will continue here. So I think I'm just gonna kind of fussy cut it a little bit. I'm gonna save the bottom little Black-Eyed Susan thing now. Okay, so this is gonna go down here. That covers up that whole entire edge, so maybe we won't do that. What if we put that on this side instead? And we add a little flippy onto the edge of that page. We could do that. Because this is just, unless, oh, you know what? Let's do that instead. I like this. Maybe we can make a little corner pocket right here. So we're gonna add this to this edge of this page. Let's just go ahead and start getting some stuff down here. I think that's gonna be our best call. Scrap bin, where are you? Come down, my friend. So I went through my one scrap bin and I pulled out, I think I mentioned this the other day, just the scraps that match this project. This is my little scrap bin. All right, so I am looking for something interesting to go behind here. A little bit of a contrast, maybe some green or something. We have some green. This is all very heavy cardstock though, so I feel like I need something a little thinner. It's all so big. All so big. Although I do like this green plaid kind of thing. So let's see. And then I'm gonna grab this and this friend and these two friends. So we'll work with that. So I'm trying really hard to concentrate on just using up scraps when I'm working on this project. So scraps, scraps, scraps. That's the plan. So this is not gonna stand out there, but it will look good on there. So I'm gonna tear up a piece of this. Going up that side. So we're gonna layer that and that maybe. Okay. Now our flower on the bottom. So we can turn this kind of into a fun pocket. This down here somehow. I feel like here. Maybe we just back it. Let's see. That looks nice. Maybe a bit of lace or something. Although, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get that on here like this. Glue this on here and we'll go from there. We'll do that. Do that part next. So get this friend on here. Let's kind of go in the middle. Then we have something to work with. I should have inked those. Alas, I did not. What was I thinking? Silly me. I need a bigger scissors. So now I'm starting to see where my issues are. First time I've sat and worked at the table. Haven't had any test runs. I've been working in here, gosh, hours and hours of the day trying to get everything put away, organized, thinking about where I'll use things the most, what's going to be the best option for things. Let's give this just a square trim first. This I can reach. So let's just square this friend up to start with. So we cut it on the bottom first, so let's just trim it on our sides and see how we look from there. What I also did was kind of go through some things I've been kind of destashing a little bit as well. Maybe if we tuck this bit. Nope, I don't like that. I like it on the outside. We can have a tuck this way, I think. That might be kind of nice. Here or there, and then a pocket down. I mean, I don't hate that actually. There. I might have to pause my recording. I feel like I hear somebody outside. I'm not sure how this is going, how this feels. I think it's because this is so white. But I want to leave white space for writing. But maybe we'll, oh, splatters. We'll just do some splatters afterward or something. I think that'll be nice. Let's go ahead and do that after the fact. And then we can always add some other bits. So let's just get this friend. Let's get it down. Get it down, get it down. I want this to be a pocket. I'm gonna round my edges quick. Where's my corner rounder? There we go. I'm gonna round the corners, at least on the top. And that's nice. I like that. So let's ink it quick. I am definitely realizing what I am lacking, so that's good. Good to figure that stuff out. We are figuring it out. Is this a brown? It is a brown. And I think what I might do too is ink the edges of the page. Maybe that will help a little bit. That looks good. So that, can we, oh yeah, that is helping too. So I'm just kind of going around the edge, giving it a little bit. Should have done it first, but I didn't, and that's fine. We getting there, friends. We getting there. My son started school this week again. So it's been a very busy week. And I don't have my normal glue. I think let's do a, how are we gonna set this in here again? I'm just gonna overlap this. I'm gonna overlap that. That's gonna go. Okay, you need to go on first, friend. Let's get you glued down. Get you on here. I'm using a different kind of glue because my other glue is currently in use by my partner's brother. He was helping my son work on a project, so they needed my good paper glue. Whoop. Okay, well, I just want to get this lace edge, so I'm gonna have to use my finger. We making a mess, friends. We making a mess. All right, so this is gonna go on here. Like that. This would benefit from sewing on the edge. Maybe I will do that and then show you what it looks like for the next video. I think we'll just work on this page today because my parents are coming to go out for lunch. So I want to make sure. Okay, double check before I add this on here. So this pocket here or full on pocket that way. Decisions. I think we'll make it a full 3-corner tuck. Okay. So that is going to go here, like so. Now, this bit, do I want this on here? Let's see what it looks like if we ink it first. Like if we ink the edge. Could have used maybe one of our greens too. That would have probably looked nice as well. Oh, also, maybe I'll stamp across it with some stays on. That might be kind of nice too. Might be an after the fact little embellishment thing. Maybe we'll go through and do that. All right, this, okay, that looks really nice. Do I want it this way? I do, I think. I like that. Now this stuff is not as fun to glue down. It seems like it never wants to glue properly. Okay. Might hear some noise in the background. I'm probably getting ready to get some stuff done here in the house again since my partner's parents are here. Okay, now while that's drying just a titch, we're gonna do something with this. And let's do it on that. I used a tearing ruler on this paper. Let's see if we can't do it again. Oh. Okay, got that. Now let's get this friend on there. I'm going to ink the edges really quick. And then we should be about good for this page for now. Like I said, I might go ahead with the sewing machine and hit the edge or something. I think what also we'll do later on too is I might hit it with some other stamps along the way. But ooh, I want that on the green bit. Then I'm just gonna tear that. So kind of just crafting along. Okay, so if we put that right there. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's go ahead, get that friend on there. We're gonna cut the long bits off. And about good. about good. I know it could probably benefit from some more stuff, but what I might do is wait until we have get the stamp set out, like I said, and go from there. But we're adding our first pocket, which is awesome. Now let's get these trimmed. Because I think I am going to ink the edges as well. So let's just go ahead. This is just some whites. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take, do I want to do brown or do I want to do a light green? Let's go ahead and do the green. I think it was, oh, I put my paint away, or my ink away without marking which ones it was. I think it was Shabby Shutters. Biscuits. I think it was it Forest Moss? That seems too dark. Rustic Wilderness is definitely one of them, I think. I don't remember. I'll have to look back at my video so I know what I used. This will be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. But I'm going to do the green up here too. Just to give it a little bit of something else. I think it helps quite a bit here. Just on the edge of the page. Very different style journal than some of the ones I've worked in for you guys. So I hope you're enjoying this so far. So that's what we got for today. As we just did one little page just to kind of get an idea. You got to start somewhere, right? So hopefully you can see this. I have to think about where my camera and stuff is. It's up higher than it's used to, so I have to get used to some stuff. So let me see if I can balance on my stool. My countertop is tall. There we go. Now you can see my little kid coloring too. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment. I do answer every single one of them. It may take me a day or two, but I do answer your comments, so just double check and look back. I know I've had somebody asking a question, and I'll probably talk about that on my next Tiny Tuesday video. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Don't forget, art with your heart. Bye.